3, 2, 1.
Craig joined.
Now recording.
Hello and welcome back to the Fight for Liberty podcast. I'm your host, JJ, and I'll be hosting this week's episode alongside my wonderful co-host, Alfie. How are you doing, Alfie?
Doing splendid. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. The weather has not been as bad as it was recently. It's been getting better. Not
Has been
as
warming up.
rainy. Yeah, a little bit. It's been warming up a little bit. Hasn't been too rainy, which is a nice break. What about you? How's the weather in your area?
It's getting better. It hasn't rained in a while. It's kind of like a mediocre kind of weather. Like, what is it right now? It's like 60, 62.
Okay. It's a little bit chillier here. I think it's about 55 here right now. But same sort of deal. Just kind of not amazing, but not terrible.
Yeah.
And if you're listening or watching this podcast right now, write in and tell us how the weather is where you are at. Let's see. Do we have any news? I don't think so. We've been pretty consistent. This week, I will say there's a little bit of a difference. Typically, we are recording these live on Twitch. We are not doing a live stream for this episode. There were some technical difficulties we ran into, so we apologize for that. But next week, we should be back to live streams. Other than that, nothing crazy.
No, that was really pretty unorthodox compared to what we have been doing, but
Yes.
recently. But I mean, we could only do so much with our limited capabilities.
Yeah. When the technical difficulties come into play, we're kind of at their mercy when it gets down to things like that, unfortunately. But we should be back on Twitch next week.
Yeah, still consistent with the episodes, so.
True, yeah. I still don't think we've missed one since Christmas. I think we did the holiday break. All right, let's get into it. This first article comes from NBC News. The headline reads, Don Lemon released after arrest by federal authorities following protests at Minnesota church service. Former CNN anchor Don Lemon. I'm trying to get a pop-up to get out of the way. Just a second. There it goes. Okay. Thank you, NBC News, for your pop-up on your article. Pop-up ad. Former CNN news anchor Don Lemon was released by a federal judge on Friday after he was charged by the Trump administration with violating the freedom of religion of worshipers at Minnesota church, where he was covering a protest earlier this month. Lemon was released on a personal recognized bond and appeared outside downtown federal courthouse several minutes later, saying the prosecution will not stop him from reporting news. It will not stop him from his work reporting news. Quote, I will not stop ever, end quote. Who is he even reporting news under? Do you know who he works for?
Might be his own thing since he was removed of CNN. Maybe the Don Lemon Network.
Really?
No, I was.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, he's probably independent.
Yeah, I don't see when I go Google who does Don Lemon work for. Oh yeah, he works independently, producing content on YouTube and X, and hosting live events rather than being tied to a traditional network. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I will never stop reporting news, and he's just uploading to his YouTube channel. Like, he works for some big news network. I don't know. I mean, he got fired from CNN.
He's as cool as us.
Yeah, he will never be as cool as us. Use YouTube for what it's intended for. Podcasts, obviously.
Yeah. His net worth is $12 to $20 million.
Wow. So he is just doing it for the love of the game. He's just posting it on YouTube. There's no way he's making a significant revenue. to my knowledge.
Hello?
Hello?
It was acting weird for a second.
Oh, no worries.
I think it's okay.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
just saying, there's no way he's making a significant revenue from YouTube.
No, he's said.
Yeah, he's probably just doing it because he likes it, just for the love of the game. Okay, let's move on. He added, quote, "The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless other journalists. I will not be silenced." The journalist's L.A. area lawyer, Marilyn Bednarski, said he plans to plead not guilty. Lemon was indicted alongside 8 co-defendants more than a week after a federal magistrate judge found the Trump administration lacked probable cause to arrest him and several others under a federal statute that a top Justice Department official conceded had never been used in the context of a protest at a church before. Lemon, 59, and 3 others, Tyreen Jean Cruz, Georgia Fort, and Jamail Liddell Lundy. I don't know why it had their middle names on all of these. Were arrested Friday in what Attorney General Pam Bondi described in a post on X as, quote, "a coordinated attack on City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota." In a video posted on his YouTube channel, Lemon, who is now an independent journalist, so we would have gotten the answer anyway, stood outside the church with protesters and said he was at an, quote, "operation that is a secret," end quote. One protester told Lemon, as seen on the video, the group was at the house of worship to protest the killing of Renee Good by ICE officers. Lemon later said that from inside the church, quote, "we're not part of the activists. We're just here reporting on them." A federal grand jury in Minnesota returned the indictment on Thursday against Lemon and 8 co-defendants. The indictment charges Lemon with conspiracy against the rights of religious freedom at a place of worship and injuring, intimidating, and interfering with the exercise of right of religious freedom at a place of worship. I watched some of the footage from the church. Alfie, do you agree that those charges are valid from what you've seen?
From what I've seen, yes, but I haven't dug too much into it. I mean, it's kind of hard to say that they're not valid based on the footage, but
yeah,
there
based
could
on
be
the
some
footage,
missing context to maybe soften it. But from what I've seen,
yeah, he was fairly
Yes.
antagonistic in the footage I saw as well.
yeah, very, very aggressive.
Much more than simply reporting. I think, yeah. I think those are valid. Yeah. I'm not sure. Did I know he said he wasn't with the protesters, but a few factors that go into that
He
is
said
how did
he's reporting it.
Yeah, but how did he know that they were there if he wasn't a part of them? How did he know that it was coordinated? That protest was coordinated is one of my questions, as well as.
He's walking in every building.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he just happened to be there waiting. Oh man, perfect! All these protesters showed up while I had my camera crew here. Because I think he was there like from the get go. Like he got some footage where it's like, okay, you had to.
Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it could be argued that it was going on for a little bit and you just heard about it. I don't know.
Well, I think he was there from the beginning. I saw
From
footage.
the beginning.
Yes, I think some of the footage was recorded.
I haven't
from
seen
the
too
very
much, so
beginning.
I can't speak too much on it. But that's crazy.
That's fair. I have not seen it a lot either. But
If he
what
was-
I have seen,
Sorry.
what I have seen seemed to be in the heat of it. It wasn't as it was winding down or anything.
Yeah, I mean, if he was there from the beginning, like you said, then that's hard to. I don't know how you defend yourself.
Yeah, same. Let's see here. The Trump administration attempted to keep 3 of Lemon's co-defendant detained until trial, according to court records. For a federal magistrate judge in Minnesota rejected their request. But a federal magistrate judge in Minnesota rejected the request for a detention hearing. Lemon's main defense attorney, Abby Lowell, said in an earlier statement that he was taken into custody by federal agents in Los Angeles, where he was covering the lead up to Sunday's Grammy Awards. Quote, instead of investigating the federal agents who killed 2 peaceful Minnesota protesters, the Trump Justice Department is devoting its time, attention, and resources to this arrest, and that is the real indictment of wrongdoing in this case, end quote. So they're trying to appeal to emotion, it seems to me. Quote, this unprecedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand, end quote. And then an additional quote, Don will fight these charges vigorously and thoroughly in court, Lowell added. The group Human Rights Campaign organized a rally outside of the Edward R. Roybal Federal Courthouse in downtown Los Angeles, where the proceedings for Lemon took place on Friday. Wow, so there's even a rally outside of his courthouse. They really do like getting together in groups, don't they?
Very organized.
Yeah, I mean, could you not apply their own logic where she said that they're devoting that the Trump department is is devoting its time, attention, and resources to Don Lemon as opposed to things that they view are more serious? Yet, this rally is also doing the same thing. They could be going and rallying against something that they view as more important.
Yeah.
Speaking outside court, board member Todd Hawkins decreed Lemon's arrest and prosecution. Quote, when journalists can be detained for covering protests, none of us are safe, end quote. Okay, again, I mean, as we've said previously, it was a bit.
They're really sugarcoating.
They really are. They're really twisting it quite a bit, I will say. Yeah, okay. There's a difference between covering protests and being extremely biased in doing so and almost protesting yourself with some of the interviews he made to some of those churchgoers, some of the questions he was asking. He was more trying to get like a gotcha moment as opposed to actually report on the entire situation.
Yeah.
Then he said, quote, punish the press, ignore the dead, dare the public to look away. We will not look away, end quote. Who is this guy again? Oh, he's the leader of the rally. Quote, and then he said, the arrest of one of the country's most recognizable journalists is the latest development in the federal government's unprecedented immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. No, in which 2 U.S. citizens have been shot and killed. The indictment alleges that Lemon attended a briefing by protesters ahead of the event and that he openly characterized the upcoming protest as one involving civil disobedience. Prosecutors said he kept the church location a secret until his live coverage. So he was in on it prior, potentially, allegedly. The federal government cited the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances, the FACE Act, to justify the arrest of the 3 protesters. The federal statute prohibits the use of force or intimidation to anyone trying to access reproductive services, but also contains provisions that cover houses of worship. Harmeet Dhelan, the Trump administration's top DOJ Civil Rights Division official, conceded earlier this month that the use of the statute in this manner lacks historical precedent. Quote, in all these years up until I was the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, nobody ever used that house of worship part to prosecute protesters or criminals blocking access to a house of worship. So we've started to do that. He said in a video she posted earlier this month. Then it goes on to say that Lemon was arrested by the FBI and Homeland Security at midnight, according to a federal warrant issued in another district. Wow, they got him
Like
while he was
Maduro.
sleeping. Yeah, exactly. Like
Not
Maduro.
not like Maduro. Not like while he was sleeping, but
Around the
still
same.
at night.
Yeah, still at night. Yeah. Um.
Does it say while he was sleeping?
No, it doesn't specify. That would be
That'd be funny.
hilarious. That'd be
Like,
hilarious.
like they take his whole bed. He
Yeah.
wakes up. He's
He wakes
doing
up. His bed is just taking up the whole jail cell.
guys.
That would be crazy. Could you imagine? um, Prior to his arrest, Lemon said that he stood by his reporting. His next court appearance is scheduled for February 9th. And then it gives a bunch more statements from the article. Continues to give a bunch more statements from Lemon's crew about how evil the government is and about how bad this is for them to be doing and how they shouldn't arrest him and all this stuff. So I'm not going to read all that word for word. If you're interested, this is on NBC News. If you're curious, all of their other quotes. Alfie, I understand, as you mentioned previously, that you have limited insight overall to this situation. But with the insight that you do have, what do you think about his arrest, his chances of being released, things like that? Just overall, what are your thoughts?
I think that if he was inciting violence, I think that's a terrible thing. Or being behind the being a perpetrator of the attack on the church. I think that him being punished for that is not an attack on freedom of speech. You know, it's a very basic concept. You learn this in a basic government class, how freedom of speech is not absolute. You know, there are some reasonable limits. You know, libel, slander, um, anything that's trying to start violence, any threats, there obscenity. There's a lot of things that could be limited,
Yes.
and I mean,
Certain forms of
I mean,
harassment, I believe, fall under that. Things like that.
yeah, I mean, it's not like, I mean, freedom of speech. You know, it's about having opinions, uh, beliefs, not just with freedom of speech, but freedom of religion too,
Hmm.
and you know, freedom of the press. They're probably gonna say that this is attack on freedom of the press.
I think they did in that
I
article.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Or I mean, like if that becomes like a bigger thing that they try to go after. But
Yeah.
I mean, this no that just can't go on. There's guys, you got to put your foot down somewhere. You know, going into a church and disrupting the service while it's going on. That
Yeah. Harassing the congregation, the unrelated congregation. They weren't there for anything ICE related. They were there for church.
Yeah, I mean, I could make the argument that I mean, well, actually, it already was in the article, but an attack on freedom of religion.
Oh yeah, no. In my opinion, this is a attack on freedom of religion for sure. I believe they were there specifically because the pastor is an ICE agent or had some involvement with ICE, and that's why they were there. In my opinion, there's a huge difference between confronting him in a peaceful protest form, or even just one-on-one, as opposed to going to his church and confronting everybody in the congregation. That, I don't know, that just seems a bit like an attack on religion as opposed to an attack on ICE, in my opinion.
They were harassing just the members too, not just the pastor.
That's what I'm saying. The congregation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's like I saw there was a clip of these people who were agitating some of the members there. They're like saying like oh, do you support ICE, and like trying to like
Right.
get
These
all
people
on
are,
their faces.
and these people were just in church. Like, believe what
Yeah.
you will about the fact that the pastor was an ICE agent. Believe what you will about ICE. All of those situations. Believe what you will about going and protesting. I still think that those people should not have been dragged into this whole ordeal. It could have been done separately. If you really want to do a peaceful protest, you could do it without harassing people who have no part in what you're protesting. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying? Yeah.
just talk to the pastor or something, or
Yeah.
get him on your podcast.
Yes. Just go protest somewhere else. Just go protest at some random intersection. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, those people were just trying to do Sunday service. They're just trying to go there, do what they normally do. I don't even think that pastor was working that day. I think he may have not been there because of the potential for protests. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he was not there.
That's interesting.
Yes. I'm not sure I'm not trying to say that, like, they were completely in the wrong because he wasn't even there. I think they were in the wrong because they were harassing the congregation. And I think that there's a possibility he was not there just to avoid the protesters. But it's possible. I'm not sure. Regardless, just leave people out of it who aren't part of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Seems pretty straightforward to me. If I were to go protest, I'm not going to protest and rope in all these people who have nothing to do with what I'm protesting. It seems a little bit...
Yeah.
It's not going to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah, it's just leave people alone. Come on.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before moving on to the next one?
I would, prefer, people doing their protests at the right place and time. And protests shouldn't result to violence.
Yes.
They shouldn't result to harassing people, provoking anyone.
Yeah, another thing to even add on to that is I just remembered there were also children involved at that church that they were yelling and screaming at. Do you really think that those children are involved with ICE? Like, I don't know. It just seems to me like, I don't know. I mean, leave the children out of it. The church-going children, and they just started to scream at them. I mean, you have the right to protest.
What's going on?
Exactly. You have the right to a peaceful protest. Okay. The problem is when you borderline into one, going into churches and yelling at people who are unrelated to what you're trying to protest, and also that doesn't sound very peaceful to me. Screaming in the faces of kids. I don't know.
No, it's like almost a riot at that point. I mean, without the physical or the property.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was one thrown punch away from a full scale riot, in my opinion. Because everybody, like, if one person gets punched, it's just going to go into madness. It was very disorganized. It was insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is kind of intense, but I do urge viewers to find footage and view it and comment your footage of the protest at the church. I don't think it's anything too heavily violent, but it is intense at certain moments. So keep that in mind before you watch it. But we're curious your opinions. So if we're not going to show it or anything, but if you have seen it or if you choose to go watch it, comment or email us with your opinion on it. We're very curious. Okay, moving on to the next article. This comes from Fox News. The headline reads, California man arrested after fortified underground bunker found with weapons cache. A California man was arrested after authorities said they discovered an underground fortified bunker with a, quote, alarming cache of illegal firearms and ammunition inside. Michael Camfolt, a 40-year-old of Anderson, California, is now facing nearly a dozen weapons-related charges, including possession of an assault rifle and manufacturing of a ghost gun. After his arrest by the California Highway Patrol, he was taken into custody as part of an investigation into a suspected illegal marijuana cultivation operation on a property in Anderson, authorities said. Quote, this operation went far beyond an illegal grow. The combination of a hidden bunker with an alarming cache of illegal firearms and ammunition inside highlights the threat posed to public safety, said the CHP Northern Division Chief John Pinoli. He said in a statement, in a search of the property, on January 20th, officers discovered an underground bunker accessible through a 100-foot-long culvert. Holy cow. I'm going to show some photos. What?
That is such a cool setup.
Yeah, I'm showing some photos on the YouTube. If you're watching on Spotify, switch over to YouTube if you're not lame to look at these photos. This looks like a photo of the culvert. Probably have to walk through that, I assume, and this is what I assume is the inside. Like, they've got a couch with their little remote. Are you looking at the same picture as me, I assume?
The one with the TV and
yeah, he's got a little couch. Little couch, and then next to the couch is the remote with the TV. Yeah, dude, it's like a man cave.
Dude,
he's got the
totally love to have one of these just as a getaway.
Little flag with like a rifle leaning. Oh yeah, no, dude, this looks like a basement or something. Like I guarantee if you turn around, there's a dartboard on the wall. 100%. All right, moving on to the rest of the article. Quote, the bunker was equipped with power, ventilation, a concrete floor with built-in drainage, and the necessary supplies to cultivate marijuana. Okay, I said I was going to move on to the article, but I just want to say they should have built this and then just used it as like a really chill hangout spot, not to cultivate marijuana illegally.
Yeah, I mean, come on, look at this. This
is like a paradise, dude. What a waste. Now it's like probably going to be what? What happens when police find stuff like this? Do they destroy it? Is it federal property now? Like, what happens? Is it used as evidence? It's such a waste. This would have been such a cool hangout spot, dude. A little hideout.
Yeah.
This is why if you have a cool bunker, just use it to like play pool and watch sports or something. In addition to the bunker, officers seized 13 firearms, 4 soft body armor vests, 30 high-capacity magazines, and approximately 10,000 rounds of ammunition, including armor-piercing rounds. Goodness. Along the seized firearms were a sawed-off shotgun, 3 AR-15s, one with an obliterated serial number, and 2 firearms reportedly stolen in 2016 and 1978. Goodness.
Muted. Unmuted.
In 1978, it is kind of nuts, to be honest. There's another photo of...
See what this guy looks like.
Some of the evidence. This is of... What, dude, look at this. This place gets cooler and cooler. I don't know. I assume you're also looking at this photo. They've got like a workout bench with like a picture above it. There's like some barbells on the ground, dude. It's like in a garage, it looks like. Again, it just looks so sweet. And then over here in the other half of the photo, this looks like all of the body armor and weapons that they recovered.
I love the weights on the ground, the dumbbells.
I'm telling you, this was just a bunch of dudes who were probably pretty chill, other than the illegal activities like the tons of illegal guns and marijuana.
Yeah.
CHP also said it received a tip about the property in December 2025 before returning this month with a search warrant, which, quote, led to an illicit cannabis cultivation operation and underground bunker. I wonder how long this took to build. Here's a photo of the 100-foot tunnel that led from the culvert into the bunker.
I think it was just like, it looks like a perfect place, like a apocalypse, like, or like a Fallout nuclear
Yeah,
bunker.
they just had to use it for bad stuff. It says here, the CHP's announcement drew plenty of reactions from commenters on Facebook, with one saying in response to the post, quote, "Bro's got an absolute dream prep setup," and another saying, quote, "Dude was just preparing for the apocalypse." That's so real.
Yeah.
Alfie, anything you'd like to say on this topic? Other,
Any commentary?
yeah, any commentary? What's your commentary on this?
You and I, we gotta make one of these.
Yeah, we got it. This is going to be our podcast bunker.
A podcast bunker. Oh, that'd be so cool.
We have if we have any guests, like yeah, just we're like on the phone with them talking to them. Just walk down the 100-foot culvert. It's okay.
What?
It's like a dark. It's all like echoey as they're walking. Nah, dude. Yeah, if you are a viewer and you know the people, I guess, or something who got this in the bunker seized, get it to us. We need it. Because it is very cool, and it's probably hard to build them. I'm sure that probably took years. If I had to guess. Yeah, there's no way they just threw that together. Another interesting thing is it said a gun had been stolen in 1978. This had been going on for a long time.
Yeah. They should put this up for sale.
Yes, but only to us and only for $2.
$2. Wonder how much this would actually cost. Like, when you said the illegal stuff.
Yeah, just the money to build the bunker.
Yeah, I've been just obsessed with the bunker.
The bunker, yeah. I mean, okay, the illegal stuff's bad. Now we've got that out of the way. Let's
Now let's focus on the
now
bunker.
let's focus on the real stuff. All right, guys, that bunker. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's just a waste of a perfectly good bunker, dude.
I'm gonna look up how much would it cost to build an underground bunker.
Okay, we gotta know. This is riveting information.
This is such a vague question though. Like, there's so many factors, like how big,
Yeah,
like
entrance, all that would come into play.
the quality of it. Yeah, how much to build underground
We could
bunker.
probably just do it ourselves. To be honest, it seems like you just probably dig a big hole and then put something in the hole and then bury it with an entrance exposed.
I mean, yeah, we need like equipment though. I mean, it'd be a lot cheaper.
We'll do it all by hands. No shovels,
All
just
by
our hands.
hand.
Yeah, no shovels.
Be a dog.
Takes us like 6 years. We finally got the
6
bunker dug out.
Or we could do like like in prison, like using a plastic spoon.
Yes. Okay, to
Just
the
a
viewers,
plastic-
right? We need 30 able-bodied men to come and help us. Okay? All of you guys need to bring your own shovel and be prepared to work for us until we don't need you anymore for free. Contact us if you're interested.
What is this?
Let me see here. Again,
This one was for 17.5 million.
let me see this. Again, if you are on Spotify, switch over to YouTube. View this spot. Look at the timestamp and skip over. I'm about to show what Alfie is seeing on screen here in a couple of seconds. Opening it now. All right, it's loading in. This is so riveting.
Wait, where does that one door go to? That's like the second floor from the top. It's like kind of in the middle, facing. You see what I'm saying?
In the second floor.
Second floor
Oh yeah.
from the top.
I think I
Where's
see
that
it.
door go?
I don't know.
I guess the room on the left of it, like it's just like an empty. You just stand there.
I guess. That's bizarre. But yeah, here you go, viewers. This is the bunker. How much was this you said? 17?
Like 17.5 million.
Oh. Anybody have, if any of the viewers have $17.5 million that they would like to give us, you can donate it now. Anything else you'd like to say on the topic of bunkers?
Get
Or that-
yourself a bunker.
Yeah, I agree. I second that. Let's see, we're about 36 minutes. It seems like a good time to end it. Thank you
Yeah.
for watching or listening. This was more of a YouTube kind of episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Check out the link tree in the description. And we will see you next time.